Hello, everybody, and welcome to our information session regarding the upcoming ACCR 2024, our annual continuing competency review. I'm excited to present the agenda, which focuses on the upcoming changes as it relates to the ACCR 2024. I hope you find this session informative. I'm going to provide a brief update and reminder as it relates to Amalgamation 2024. And then I will speak to the current quality assurance program framework and review the upcoming changes that are coming as it relates to the ACCR for this year. With that, we'll get started. As a reminder, COTBC will be amalgamating with 6 other colleges on June 28th of 2024, and the current proposed name by the Ministry of Health is the College of Health and Care Professionals of British Columbia. We are going to be amalgamating with the following colleges. The College of Psychologists, Dietitians, Optometrists, Opticians, Speech Language Pathologists and the Hearing Health Professionals of British Columbia, and the Physical Therapists. To set the foundation, I'm going to provide a brief overview of the typical format for our quality assurance program framework. What we all know is the ACCR, the Annual Continuing Competency Review. The ACCR is often referred to as the heart of our quality assurance program. It's completed by registrants in an online format every year as a requirement for registration renewal. And the ACCR includes several features to support reflection and learning of your practice. The ACCR has included 5 steps involving a self-review to reflect on your roles, transitions, and supports to practice, a professional performance quiz where you're asked to answer questions on case-based scenarios, identifying a practice change as a result of your learnings from the ACCR, and a professional development goal, followed by step 5 and an evaluation to provide feedback on the ACCR. Moving on to logging into the ACCR. So we've heard from registrants through the evaluation process that it hasn't always been easy to find the My QAP button on our website. And so we've heard you, and you can now find the My QAP button right on the main webpage in the top right-hand corner of our website. My QAP is the place to go for anything quality assurance related, where you log in to complete your ACCR. And now I'm going to review the changes that are coming for this year's ACCR. To start, I'm going to speak to our revised set of competencies. It's been an exciting year for occupational therapy nationwide. On May 1st of 2023, the competencies for occupational therapists in Canada took effect in British Columbia. This landmark document signified a momentous first for our profession. Occupational therapists, from entry level to experienced practitioners, have a nationwide unified set of competencies. 3 national organizations collaborated to create this new document. The Association of Canadian Occupational Therapy Regulatory Organizations, ACCR, the Association of Canadian Occupational Therapy University Programs, ACUTUP, and the Canadian Association of Occupational Therapists, CAOT. In support of the launch of the new competencies, ACCR created an e-learning module for national use by occupational therapists to learn about and apply these new competencies. Until recently, COTBC had communicated to registrants and offered this e-learning module as a non-mandatory resource through the MyQAP portal. And so this year, the e-learning module created by ACCR will be used as a mandatory component within the ACCR 2024 to ensure that all OTs in British Columbia are educated on the new competencies. This module will replace the professional performance quiz within the ACCR 2024 for this upcoming year. Rest assured, for those registrants who completed the e-learning module in advance of the ACCR, you will not have to complete it twice. You will, however, have to complete the other steps of the ACCR to fulfill your quality assurance requirement for this year. There's one further change I'd like to review. Historically, both the annual quality assurance requirement, our ACCR process, and registration renewal, where you would pay your annual fee to renew your license to practice, have occurred at the exact same time, typically launching in May and closing at the end of June. For this year, to successfully manage amalgamation, the ACCR, and registration renewal, all before June 30th of this year, we are taking a different approach. We're going to separate out the quality assurance and registration renewal requirements from one another. Therefore, your annual quality assurance requirement and registration renewal are two distinct processes happening at different times. Registrants will need to complete their quality assurance requirement in advance of being eligible to renew their license to practice. We're going to evaluate whether this approach is successful. And so here are the timelines that you need to know. We'll be launching the ACCR 2024 on Monday, March 11th of 2024, and the deadline to complete it is Friday, April 19th of 2024. This provides you with a full 6 weeks to complete your ACCR. You will not be eligible to renew your license to practice, aka your registration renewal, until your ACCR is complete. On that note, registration renewal will launch on Monday, May 13th. And as previously mentioned, the amalgamation of colleges will take place on June 28th of this year, which aligns with the final days of registration renewal. There will be a lot happening in the background as it relates to the integration of our IT and financial systems. And while we anticipate that this integration will be seamless, we don't have a crystal ball and we've never done this before. We're going to do everything we possibly can to ensure a smooth transition. However, we can't be 100% sure that there won't be any hiccups or disruptions. For this reason, we encourage you to complete your registration renewal before June 14th, which we're calling the administrative deadline, to avoid any issues with the finalization of your renewal. I'm going to reiterate that we highly recommend that you complete your registration renewal by June 14th. We are introducing this as the administrative deadline. The final deadline to complete your registration renewal remains June 30th based on our current bylaws. And so we really thank you in advance for your understanding and your participation with these revised timelines. And lastly, here are the details for the upcoming information sessions that we're having at COTBC. We will be holding a second information session regarding the ACCR 2024 for anyone who couldn't attend previously on March 4th from 4 to 5 p.m. And a second information session on the practice standard for the supervision of occupational therapist assistants on February 12th from 4 to 5 p.m. Please check your inbox for the registration links. And if you still have questions following the recording of this information session, we do want to hear from you truly. So please feel free to reach out to myself via info@cotbc or to practice@cotbc.org. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody for attending this recording of the information session and have a lovely day.